This weekend, there's a new movie coming out, and I've seen a lot of previews about it only because I found myself in the theater a lot the last week. A lot of banners, lots of stuff up about the movie Labor Day.
I should go. Then we'll come back for a few hours. This is as good a window as I'm gonna get.
Maybe tomorrow, once your stitches have had a little more time.
They're not gonna stop looking, Adele.
They have dogs that can smell your blood. You should probably let your stitches heal.
I'll let you kind of talk about what the movie is. I have to say it looks intriguing to me as a plot, but not terribly family friendly. That's my guess. What do we have on this?
Yeah, it's rated PG-13, and I, too, after being subjected to the trailer many times, because I'm in a theater a lot like you just mentioned, I thought, I have a feeling we're not going to like this film. Surprisingly, though, I'll say right up front, we gave it a 3 out of 5. Now, that's not 2 thumbs up, but it's not a thumb down. It's kind of the middle of the road, has some potential. Maybe you don't want to see it. Maybe you do want to see it. Kate Winslet's in it. Josh Brolin's in it. Tobey Maguire's in it. So you got a star-studded cast here. A little bit about the plot. Essentially, Kate Winslet plays Adele. She has what I would call a social anxiety disorder. We find out kind of the reason why toward the end. But she doesn't like being out in the public. She's gone through a painful divorce. She has a 13-year-old son. Now, no disorder there. They're really close, mother and son. It's kind of refreshing to see on screen. One day she's out shopping, which is something she does reluctantly because, again, she doesn't like being out in public. And a man comes up to her son. He's got some blood on his face and he's got some blood on his side. And he says, I need a ride. And the son can't make that call, so he directs him to his mother. And she doesn't want to make the call either, reluctantly says, okay, I'll give you a ride. He hops in the back seat. She says, where can I take you to? And he says, your house. Well, that was bombshell number 1. And then reluctantly, she drives there. I'm thinking, why are you doing that? But she does. I guess it's the plot. When he no sooner walks in the house with her and her son as he drops bombshell number 2, which is, I just escaped from prison and I need a place to hide out for a while. Can I stay here? Now, that seems like the premise for, again, a film that we would not like. As I said, we gave it a 3. Why so high? Why a 3? I mean, it's not a 4, it's not a 5. What did you like? What didn't you like? Number 1, it throttled back greatly on language, which was great. There is a tad. It had no explicit sensuality. There's some, what I would call some simmering, which is a whole lot better than the explicit. And that's why it got knocked down a bit. There's another point, it didn't get knocked down for this, but I do want to point it out here. And that is, if you watch this film, it's one more film that tries to tell us that you can have love at first sight, you know, because that, and of course, I don't believe in that, but that's easy to navigate. I mean, that's kind of like, okay, we really don't believe that happens. I don't believe it happens, you know, love at first sight. And it also would say, go ahead and put yourself in a risky, dangerous situation with an ex-con or with a con, and which I don't think is the way to go.
Probably not the best move in love, no.
Exactly. You know, if you haven't had a date in a while and you're watching, you know, check out the newly released prisoners from your local prison. You know, no, that is not the way to go. However, if we can quickly dismiss those as a worldview issue and say, okay, I got that. I understand love at first sight. And then you really deal with those others. And for maybe older teens on up, it does have that. It does have some potential.